Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rajveer and an 11th grader, homeschooled 11th grader from India, and this is my second ever YouTube video. And just so you know, before we dive into it, I'm just gonna give a quick disclaimer to you all. This isn't gonna be a video based on any particular topic or a vlog or anything of that sort. It's just gonna be me talking about random stuff because I believe I need to talk. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing for this video. We'll be talking, and this is gonna be a really raw video of me talking. I wouldn't want to apply any editings to this. Obviously, I wouldn't promise anything because at the end of the day, we all want to look perfect on screen. Anyway, no offense, but let's get on with talking. What's up with you all, guys? Like, what's happening? Is it bussin'? Is anything bussin' lately? I would really want to know all of your experiences with life. How's life going? You can just type in the comment section below, and I'd be gladly reading all of them because I have nothing better to do right now. Like my entire schedule is nothing but screwed. I think I'm gonna cuss a little in this video, and I'm really afraid of being cancelled out or anything by YouTube for being a minor and cussing. Yes, I'm a minor, I'm 17, but soon I'll be turning 18, like in 2 months or something. I'll turn 18, and it's gonna be a big deal, I guess, for me, but not for my parents because we don't celebrate a lot of birthdays. But I believe I'm gonna celebrate this birthday of mine because I would want to make it special as it's my 18th. And as Hagrid once said, no one turns 11 every day, right? But I'm not turning 11. The number is switched to 18. That's the only difference so far. And actually, I don't have anything to talk about in particular. So I'm just gonna go on yapping and yapping. I literally don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm still gonna be talking. By the way, this pouch is what's catching my eye, just so you know, because I was looking right there, so you people might wonder what was I looking at. So this is what I was looking at because it's cute as. Anyway, yeah, speaking of studying, back when I opted homeschooling, I was like, I'm gonna study so much and I'm gonna be an academic weapon and it's gonna be so much fun and I'm gonna be ahead of everyone. But turns out that's not how I ended up at all. Actually, it's quite the opposite because I haven't studied anything this year. Technically, I cannot make a count. Technically, not this year, but in 2025, I studied nothing throughout the entire academic year. I didn't study anything. I know for the academic year I still have like 2 to 3 months to go approximately, but I would consider that I didn't study anything. And I think I need to get on with the grind now because it's a little too late, I believe. Yeah, but it's never too late, metaphorically. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm still gonna continue yapping because I have this goal of mine that I'm gonna talk and talk and talk and just talk about whatever is going on because I certainly do not know. I have no idea what's going on, and my face is becoming more and more insipid day by day. And I really have nothing to talk about. Why do I keep on repeating that? And honestly, I just am gonna look like I'm putting in a lot of efforts at this second because I'm trying to get a thumbnail for myself. I think I got it, but one more shot. That's that awkward. Well, the whole point of this video is about being authentic, so we're just gonna do that. I slayed, I believe. But when I'm gonna look at the pictures, I'm gonna be like, so sad. Well, anyway, where were we? We were talking about studying, right? So, speaking of studying, I think I need to get back on the grind, or else it's gonna be very difficult for me to bounce back. As of now, it is really difficult for me to bounce back because, as I told you earlier, I haven't studied anything the entire year, and my dog's barking continuously, and it's fucking pissing me off, but I cannot do anything about it. My dog's kind of sick actually, and yes, I'm sad about it, but eventually there's nothing I can do about it because I'm not a veterinarian doctor or anything. Well, that was vicious. I love my dog. Actually, I love him with all my heart, but unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about him, and I cannot certainly shut him up because that would involve me mm, tending to some vicious animal cruelty practices. And just to break it down, I'm gonna have to slap him hard to shut him up. Yes, dogs are men, men are dogs, being a man. I shouldn't say that, but that's true at the end of the day. So he listens after a slap, usually. After a slap or two. Hardly two slaps, 2 to 3. My hands are quite tough. So I slap him hard and then he shuts up. And he doesn't whine at all. And he's barking because I believe now or something it's gonna be the time for him to go for a walk. But I don't take him for walks usually in the evening. That is my dad's, so what I believe. I shouldn't say that, but not specifically my dad. Our helpers do assist at times too. So yeah, but tomorrow morning I know that I'm gonna have to take him for a walk because my dad's not gonna be home, and it's gonna be at 4 in the morning when the temperature is gonna be tripped to an estimate of 7 degrees Celsius, and I'm gonna fucking freeze out there, which I'm grateful for because at least I'm gonna get out of my bed in the morning, which I need to get used to. I need to fix my sleep schedule too because it's fucked again. Nothing at this point in my life is not fucked. Well, that was a power cut. If it wasn't captured in the camera, well, just for your information, the power in my house went out. Ignore the clothes in the background. I really love those posters on my wall. I've actually got an entire collection of posters everywhere in my room. If it's possible, let me show them to you. The camera is not turning, so some other time, I believe. Actually, the camera is not turning. I don't know why it isn't because this is a new phone and I probably don't know how to access all the features properly. So yeah, let me know if it does turn on. If it does turn around, my bad. All I can think about right now is that I really need to study. I've got a new planner right here and I'm still not planning because I don't know how to plan or where to even start because I've got so much. Have you ever felt such a feeling where you have so much to do that you don't do anything at all? I don't think it's just happening with me or just happening to me. I think there are a lot of people out there who have experienced this, and the fact that I have got so much to do is making me anxious as F right now, and I don't know where to even start at this point. Anyway, enough talk about studying. That is a segment I'm fucked in. Anyway, so let's talk about something else. A show that I recently watched. Let's talk about it. Yesterday I finished the third season of Pretty Little Liars. It was fun to watch. Actually, the first two seasons where we didn't know who A was entirely. I'm gonna give you some spoilers, so if you've not watched it, I'll give you a timestamp to skip up to where I'm not gonna talk about this particular show, or the spoilers at least. When I didn't know who A was, like until the end of season 2, if I can properly recall, the show was much more fun to watch because we didn't know who A was. Or at this point, I would say who A were, because A is a lot of people, I believe, not just one. And back when I discerned that Mona was A, I was kind of disappointed. But at the same time, I was like, well, we've got 5 more seasons to go, so something could happen. Lots of potential. So, well, that is a show that I'm currently obsessed with because it's such a slay. And today I started rewatching, not rewatching, I'm so sorry. I started continuing Shameless because I left it after a few episodes. I watched like 7 to 8 episodes of it and then I left it. So today I picked it back up to watch. And it too was a slay. I watched like an episode or something. It was fun to watch. It was entertaining to the least. And I picked up Shameless because I needed a break from Pretty Little Liars, or else I would have gone all frenzy watching it. I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Honestly, I skipped a lot of the final counterpart to the third season of Pretty Little Liars because I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? So this feeling, if you know what I mean. So I skipped and watched it, and I was done with the last 4 episodes in like 90 to 100 minutes, I believe. Not 100, I just said it a lot less. I believe 2 hours maximum. I finished the last 4 or 5 episodes in 2 hours because I skipped so much. I was like on my laptop. So I was like, I need to take a break, or I'm just gonna go all frenzy on this. And I've got this skill that I'm not studying and I'm binging shows, but that was one of the many reasons why I was skipping and watching it, because I needed to know what happens, but at the same time I didn't want the guilt to eat me up that I'm not studying, and instead of studying I'm just binging it all, and I didn't want it to feel like I'm binging it. I wanted it to feel like, yeah, just a casual episode or two, but actually it wasn't that. It was me binging, and which makes me conclude that I didn't make the most of it because I skipped a lot. And to avoid that, I just like I was like, I'm just gonna move on to another show for a while, and then I'm just gonna come back and resume it. Well, Shameless was quite a good show, but I'm not certain if I'm gonna continue watching it. Because I could watch Jurassic World Chaos Theories last 2 seasons. I've not watched them. I could preferably watch them, I believe, but I'm not really sure about them either. Enough about shows and films. And speaking of films, I've not watched anything lately, to be honest. Yeah, I've not watched any films lately. The last movie I watched was Avatar, Fire and Ash at the theaters. It was breathtakingly astounding, I would say. The visuals and everything, just like, it was such a slay. Like, if you want to watch any Avatar movie, at least do it right. Go to the theaters, take some effort, and then watch it. It's not gonna feel the same at home, trust me. Those films are made for big screens. Unless you've got like a 200-inch TV at your home and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I've got all the setup at home itself. Okay, if that's the case, I don't mean to sound rude or anything, but yeah, just a disclaimer. So sorry. Oh, my power just came back on. Speaking of books, so lately I've not even read anything, to be very honest, because I don't know, I've just not read a lot. My power went away again. Sad. Anyway, sorry. Lately I haven't been reading much either. I've been juggling books, like moving on from one book to another, one book to another. So this is something I do and this makes me believe that I've got such a rotten brain, such a slow, like such a low attention span, not slow, my bad. It's like so dull, I believe, because of all the scrolling and all, everything. We all know about it, so let's not talk about it. We could though. In some other video of mine, I would love to talk about it. But that's gonna have me to do some research, and right now I wasn't in the mood to do any research. Anyway, so we were talking about books. Lately, I was reading Crime and Punishment yesterday. I was reading, and I am 14 pages in, and then I annotated a little, just like 2 annotations. As you could see, I've got like 2 tags on it. So I just annotated a little bit of it. That is what I read yesterday, I would say. But not yesterday, to be very honest. Like, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I don't properly recall. Everything's a blur. And other than this book, I was reading Tender is the Flesh. If you know about that book, you know about that book, how gross it is. But that's kind of my genre. I love reading gross, violent stuff, gruesome. It's fun, if you know what I mean. That's where I took another thumbnail. Anyway, yeah, Tender is the Flesh is another book. It's right there, but I'm too lazy to get up right now. And other than that book, I was also, I believe, reading Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. That's quite a renowned book, so I don't think I have to say a lot about it yet. And honestly, for the past few days, I haven't properly indulged myself into reading, so I wouldn't say that I've read a lot. Like, I've read this and I've read that. Last night I was like about to binge read Bunny, but I was like, no, I need to fix my sleep schedule. I went to bed at 10:30 and woke up at 8. Like, anyway, I did want to read Bunny, but then I was like, no, I'll just save it for later. And amidst of this, I've got like 2 new books. I've been lazy enough. I'm just gonna show them to you. Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I've heard quite a lot about this book. It's quite popular in mainstream media, I would say, but not everything that's popular is necessarily overrated. So I decided to pick this up. And honestly, Noble People was a slay. I wouldn't say a slay, but it was hella relatable, even though I've never been in a relationship. But it was good as if. So I had to pick Sally Rooney's other popular book up, and I've not read a single page of it, but I have quite a lot of expectations from this book. Another book I got was Madonna in a Fur Coat by Shabatan Ali. Please correct me if I'm mispronouncing his name. It's Sabahatan Ali, right? Please correct me if I'm Sabahatan Ali. Sabahatan Ali. Sabahatan Ali. Sabahatan Ali. Yeah, that's his name, Sabahatan Ali. Anyway, so yeah, I got this book like a few days ago, and I've not read it though. Isn't that obvious? Because if I would have read it, like, it would have had like a ton of annotation flags, which it doesn't, because it's a classic, and I usually annotate classic books because of how rich in the languages, as per what I believe. So, yeah, I got this book, but I've not read it so far. And I'm really excited for this one as well, honestly. And like, oh, look, they align so perfectly. Penguin Classics. And I was wondering to get myself a Penguin Classics collection. Like, it had like, how many books? I don't perfectly recall, but it was like this long. And I thought of getting that for my birthday, 18th birthday. But then again, it didn't have any long books. I don't know if that makes sense, but I like reading long books. You know what I just did, just in case. I've got this thing for like lengthy books, but anyway. So yeah, that's it for my reading thingy, and I think I'm done talking now because my throat's kind of itchy. But it was really nice to talking to you guys. Excuse my grammar. It was really nice talking to you guys, and if you watch this video, I really hope you found it even a little relatable. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want more such stuff, because this was just the trailer. I'm gonna have a lot of talk with you people, so I guess next week, or we never know.